Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'm going to be doing the Stripped Down Challenge, which was created by my friend Jonah, and he tagged Megan Hughes, and Megan Hughes tagged me. So, I'm going to do this. I watched his and Megan's and my friend Tiffany Ferguson, who's another YouTuber you should definitely check out. She's got a good head on her shoulders. And watching all their videos, it was so awesome. It's so awesome, and I know each of them personally, so I'm really curious to see YouTubers that I don't know personally, to see what they have to say. And I think that this is awesome. I've done this before on my channel, actually like twice in the past month, and I plan on continuing it. I really like the idea of this straight footage, no editing, no music, no cuts of any sort. Not because it's a faster way to film, but because it's more authentic. And I think that since YouTube has become a business and social media has become a business, it's just made the game even more intense because you're like, okay, how can I get to the top? Like, if YouTube's my job, like, what are things I can do? I've had meetings with people at my network where we'll just make lists of things like point to the subscribe button, like, because that's innocent, like, you want people to subscribe to your channel, but it's just one of those things, like, subscribe to my channel, say it in the beginning and the end of the video. Also, don't have any links in your description box because other than YouTube video links, because then YouTube will promote your video more. It'll bring it to a more searchable site. Like, it'll make your video easier to find, and like YouTube will promote your video more because the only links that you have are promoting people to just continue to stay on YouTube as opposed to like leave YouTube and go to Twitter, something of that sort. And it's just, it makes it so hard, and I struggled especially when I moved to Los Angeles because my whole YouTube career, minus last September to probably this summer, it was my first, well, I guess technically from last September to current day, I've never thought about YouTube like a job before because it wasn't a job, but when I decided, okay, I'm going to have YouTube as my source of income rather than being a student at college or any other alternative, it made my whole view on YouTube completely change, and I was thinking, like, what can I like do to make people like me more and find my videos more? And I created a public Snapchat, and I tried to amp up my Twitter, which Twitter's I think my favorite form of social media right now, but it's my lowest form of social media, so I almost feel like the people that follow me on there are kind of like this exclusive crew, like, you know, we just know things. Actually, it's ironic that I'm talking about social media. I guess not really. I was just thinking that because this Asina O'Neill, she's actually like one of my friends too. When she was in America, we got to hang out a few times, and her leaving social media is what influenced Jonah to create this stripped down challenge. And when I watched Asina's video, I know a lot of people beg to differ, and I wanted to make a response video, but after watching so many response videos, I couldn't even remember what her original point was because I'd been so lost in the sea of people's opinions that I couldn't even remember what her intentions were, and it made the response video seem less genuine because it would have been my headspace was clouded with other people's opinions and ideas. But I do remember the feeling I got when I first watched her videos, and it was just like, yes, like the big picture, yes, social media is a platform, but the way that a lot of us are using it, it's kind of harmful to us as a society, and I remember that was where my mind went in her intentions. I can't say necessarily relate to her personal experience, the one that she was talking about, and I'm not sure if her experience was as dramatic as she made it to seem, but if it wasn't, it's important to dramatize it because that's what made her point so influential. Like, if you're just talking casually about something, people are just going to take it casually, but if you're saying something like it's very important, people are going to take it as it's very important, because if you feel passionate and with your struggle, then people are going to, you know, take it that way. Anyway, as for like the recaptions that she made on her Instagram, I think that's awesome. Like, I can only imagine what Instagram would be like if I was scrolling through my feed and I saw like a caption that was like, my legs are face-tuned and my stomach was pinched on Facetune. Also, I spent the majority of the day in bed, except for when I remembered this cool wall that I passed when I was driving home the other day, and I grabbed my roommate and we grabbed the camera and we went to the wall and I took some cool photos, and then when I got home 10 minutes later, I just took off all my outfit and took off my makeup, put comfy clothes back on, and continued to watch some show on Netflix. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? But you know that some of that shit's true. Like, you know that. Oh, Facetune is so controversial in my head. I know some people, like, don't even know what it is. It's that app where you can, like, get rid of pimples, you can, add volume to your hair, you can make your body skinnier, you can make your boobs bigger, you can alter the shape of your body. And I remember going to a YouTube convention, and there was, like, a similar app to Facetune, and they wanted me to promote it, and I was like, no, that's so wrong. I think Facetune is so fucked up. And I have a really, really strong opinion, and on top of my strong opinion, I have been swayed. I have used Facetune on, I think, like 3, maybe 4 occasions. Like, I have these strong beliefs, and yet I've been influenced to use it before. And I think that there are innocent ways to use it. Like, if you are taking a picture of a cup of coffee and there's some dust on the table and you just want to, like, blur it out. Like, I know people do that, and I don't think that's necessarily as detrimental as altering your body. However, like, the big picture idea of Facetune, and I should show you, like, there's this one photo on Twitter where I'm wearing a bathing suit. I don't think if I show you the photo, maybe you can see it. I don't know. It might waste some time. My body was looking banging, so I took some photos of me wearing this one-piece bathing suit, and then I looked at the photos, and I was like, my armpit has, like, this shadow on it and makes it look really hairy, and then I couldn't even look at the photo anymore without being distracted by how my armpit looked, and one of my friends helped me. All of my Facetune photos, I've had, like, my friend do it for me, because I cannot do it. I mean, not because I don't believe in it, which is another reason why I can't do it by myself, but I meant, like, because I didn't know how to use it, so I needed help. Anyway, the armpit was shaded in a way that it could, like, look better, and then I don't remember if it was, like, the inner part or the outer part of my thigh, but it was pinched in to look thinner. I look at the photo and it doesn't look that different from the original photo, but the fact that it's Facetune makes me feel sick. Like, I don't like it. Like I said, there are innocent things. Like, I know that you can just take a small example, like volumizing your hair. I know that no one is going to notice if you volumized your hair on Facetune, or it's just naturally like that. And it doesn't make you look like a different person. However, the idea of it is that the real you isn't good enough. Like, that photo needs enhancing to seem more accepted or seem okay to post. It's like, okay, like, if my arm looks a little fat, I should have the right to make it look thinner because there's an app that can make me do it. And I know that the people who use it constantly think it's fine because they're like, everyone does it. Which we all know, just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's okay. But, like, they're just, their point is that, like, everyone uses it, so, like, why am I and, like, if I'm scrolling through my feed and I know that everyone's body's Facetune, like, I'm fine with it. Like, I know that they're all fake. But there's so many people that look at photos of models and YouTubers and Instagram famous people and things like that, and they don't know whether or not that that's real. And they're just assuming it is. And I think with such a high platform, it's almost like a responsibility to, in my perfect world, to, like, promote a good message. And I think I said this in the video already, I'm not sure, but, like, I've considered going through and making a video where I'm going through my Instagrams, and I want to, like, recaption it sort of the way that Asina did, because I think that would be interesting for me to say, like, hey, here's the part of the caption and the photo that you didn't know. I think that's interesting. Oh, I only have 1 minute left. Oh, there's so many things I want to say. This is cool. Expect me to do it again. The people I'm thinking of tagging right now are just my roommates because they're just the first people that came to my mind. So Drew, Jack, and Claudia. And if I think of anyone else, I will put them in the description box. But I challenge anyone, like, not only people that aren't my YouTube friends, but just, like, people that aren't even YouTubers. I think it's a really healthy thing to do, to just sit down and be honest with yourself. Just kind of say what you've been thinking, things that you may have not vocalized before. And I kind of went on a tangent, not necessarily about myself, but just my feelings on sort of things. I didn't really give you an update. Like, in Tiffany's video, she was just, her whole 10 minutes were saying, like, here's how college has actually been, and, like, here's my mental state right now. And I think that would be super beneficial to sit down and just, you can talk to your phone and, like, film and not upload it, or you can upload it, or you can just talk to yourself. I think it's good. Remember that saying things out loud is much healthier and makes you a much stronger person than keeping it all bottled in, because if you bottle it in and just assume that either no one cares or that you can get over it without talking about it, then it's just kind of slowing down the process of you getting onto any sort of better thing. I have so many things I want to talk about. I thought I would get to the Paris incident before the 10 minutes. I made an Instagram post, but I wanted to talk about it. I have the freedom to continue going, but I think that this is a fine note. One last thing that I wanted to say is that just keep in mind, I just think that this is something about Asina's video that, like, her whole point is not even going viral. The thing that's going viral is like, hot girl, quit social media. What? Like, her whole point is like, look at your social media, look at your tweets, look at your Instagram, look at your YouTube videos, and be honest with yourself. Like, what part of that's real and what part of that is enhanced, or whatever word you'd like to use. Just go through it, and I think you might just kind of find it interesting to, just be honest with yourself. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys soon. Happy Saturday. All right.